Lights, camera, action. Do you wonder how films are produced and what really goes on behind the scenes? Well, stand by. Filmmakers Kevin Mumphrey, Victoria V.A. Jones, and Carson Hype Ferguson, local filmmakers talking about the world of film, right here on F It, We Will Fix It in Post podcast.
Morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever time you're listening to, thank you for doing so. This is Kevin Mumphrey, and you're listening to We'll Fix It in Post. I have with me my colleagues, Carson Hype Ferguson.
What's up?
Good, we got it that time.
That was a bad delay right there.
Boy, that's something I'm going to have to fix in post. Anyways. We also have Victoria V.A. Jones.
How you doing? See, that's how you supposed to do it.
See that easy flow?
Well, I'm not in person. I'm sorry.
We also have our guest Trent here. Hello.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
So today I thought we would talk about the future of movie theaters. So I'm just asking, when was the last time any of y'all been to a movie theater?
Last year.
Yeah, same.
2019?
Yeah, it was last year.
And let me guess, was this film The Avengers the reason y'all went?
No, I went to see something else.
I saw the Mr. Rogers movie.
Oh, that's what's up.
How was that?
Fire. It was good. It was good. It was a little like darker / slower than I was expecting, but it was good.
So basically, it, like, told about
Hey,
his story and his upbringing and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. I didn't know like how like he had a lot of hurt in his life. Like he had a lot of hurt. And I didn't know about that. It was kind of surprising, and just kind of the whole flow of the movie was interesting. But yeah, that was the last one I saw.
Because I haven't gotten to see it just yet. But anything with Tom Hanks in it, I tend to.
It was good. It was really good.
Carson, when was the last movie you saw?
I know the one I remember is like the Avengers movie, but I know I saw something after that. It was like an action movie, but I can't remember. It was just like over the top action, just hey, let's all go to this movie. And some friends like invited me, and I went. I was like, oh, that's what this is. I don't even remember the movie.
Actually, yeah, I saw Bad Boys 3. I think that was after the Mr. Rogers one.
Oh, that was. No, I didn't see that in the theaters.
I saw that. Actually, that was officially my last one. Bad Boys 3.
So okay, it wasn't that long ago, but
yeah.
I said, how often would you say you all go to movies before this year?
Not a lot since I've started making films. Since I started making films, I don't really go like I used to. I used to go all the time.
Yeah, same. I haven't. Yeah, it's the desire's not there.
It's not.
Yeah.
So why do you think you don't have the same desire to go to a movie theater?
Experience.
Right.
Experience. For me, it's experience. Probably most of Americans, it's like, it's not the same experience. And, to have that atmosphere, like you would only go for like the big ticket, big box movies.
Yeah, basically the same.
It's mainly Marvel movies at this point. I know that's honestly that's the only time I tend to go to theaters now.
I don't even really do that, so I'm not a full-fledged Avenger like that, but I respect it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like I said, now that I know how movies are made, it's kind of like I'll go see it if I really, really, really like want to go see this movie. Like it has to be something in the movie or the person who's playing in the movie, the director. Like I will spend my money to go see it. But other than that, I just catch it on DVD or on demand.
Streaming.
Right, streaming.
Yeah.
see, that's because I like what form of streaming do you all watch?
The go-tos, Netflix.
Hulu.
Yeah, Netflix is my main one, which is kind of sad. I dabble in HBO Max, some Showtime, some of that stuff, but
I'm glad you brought up HBO Max.
Is that right?
So it makes this transition very smooth. So people may I think everyone kind of knows now that next year Warner Brothers is taking all of its films and putting it on HBO Max alongside with movie theaters. Now, if there's a movie you want to see, and if it's already on HBO Max and it's already at a movie theater, which one are you more likely to do?
Depends on what the movie is. It boils down to depend on
Mo-
what the
for the
movie
most
is.
part, for me, for the most part, like the experience ain't there. Not to mention, like, you know, movies, comfort, all that stuff. The experience is way better at my house.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I don't really go to a lot of like live sporting events now too. Because I'm like, yo, like if the game ain't going well, man, I can take a nap.
Yeah. I'd
You know
rather
what I'm
be
saying?
at
I can go
home.
make a sandwich.
Yeah.
I ain't got to pay for parking. I'm like, shoot, man, don't
If
threaten
it's
me
a
with a good time.
blowout,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
see,
But-
I
Man,
tend to.
look, I'm turning it off. I'm playing Xbox.
right.
So I like blowouts for the sense of how do announcers talk their way out of this?
Yeah.
Because
That's a
the game was over in the second quarter, and you'll be hearing like random conversations like, "Oof, Bob." So, can you name 5 comedians funnier than Kevin Hart? To be out of nowhere, like, wait, what?
no.
Well, you know, there's Cat Williams. So conversations tend to go everywhere. So
Yeah.
I tend to like blowouts for that reason alone.
Yeah, I usually roast like color commentators, but like that's the hardest job ever. You know,
Oh,
like if I never had to
I used to
hear
get-
Chris Collinsworth speak again, it'd be a great thing. But
Oh,
it's
man.
one, it's one guy. He says the most like obvious
Yeah.
things. That guy's good at scoring touchdowns. Thank you for that.
spot on.
But it's guys like that
Yeah.
makes me appreciate Tony Romo when he does.
There,
it.
yeah, Tony's good.
Which, like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
you're better at talking about football than you were at playing it.
That's facts too.
You know, like maybe it's
He's
just
gonna
me,
win
but
some
I was like that with
awards.
John
Yeah.
Madden. I was like
Yeah.
that with John Madden.
And
I mean,
what
because
was
it's
it?
like he's
An
like
old- yeah,
he's like,
Pat Summerall.
see what this is. I'm like, come on, man, we all know what this is, man. You told us like in the first quarter what it was too.
Yeah,
It's like you're not really breaking it down to like a level to where you know I'm learning anything. It's like kind of in the way.
Like I like John Madden, but it's more of like nostalgic.
yeah.
That's why I was
that was
just
like
kid.
the first person to use the like using the marker on the screen.
Yeah.
Like you just get happy with that.
He's like, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
yeah,
And he just
It
be
is right here,
circling,
boom.
circling shit that wasn't even
See, yeah.
relevant.
exactly. Now
funny.
I don't want to see
No, it's
I
played
don't
out.
see none of it. Like, just give me Tony Romo. Crazy. He's going to win awards talking
Yeah.
about football. He never
believe
won
it.
one
Oh, yeah.
playing football.
He's like, see what you're gonna see here is he's gonna check to this. And I was like, damn. Like Peyton Manning can do it too, but like it's too high level.
Peyton-
Like it's like
yeah.
man, like it's I mean, I was like,
I don't want to hear Peyton
man,
Manning
like
talk.
I don't
either.
know.
I
You
just
know,
don't.
and he's got like content on ESPN.
Yeah, the
And
Peyton's
I
Place is great. You know,
Yeah,
like
I have no
give
idea.
him a little show, let him do his thing. But
never watched it.
yeah,
And
me
I
neither.
love watching Peyton play football. I'm like, I don't want to end like when he does like SNL stuff like that.
hilarious.
He's funny.
Yeah,
I don't want to see anything else.
no.
Like,
If he was doing the commentary on the game, I don't think I could do it.
no, like I think I retired. I
He's
think
too
I
cerebral.
retired.
He's too cerebral.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. That's it.
Like I think I retired being a fan when he retired. Like I don't really need to hear you talk anymore. Kind of done with this.
That.
But anyway, let me get back.
Cut that meat.
All right, HBO
Cut
Max.
that meat.
Never said it again, Karsten. But
It's a commercial, man.
I
Peyton
know,
Manning commercial.
I know, I don't. No,
Just no.
Well, we can take that out and put it as a promo or something. I don't know.
I don't even want to promo that. No, but so if let me get
This man is
Yeah.
chuckling.
so if I
HBO Max.
yeah,
HBO
yeah.
Max.
So if this plan that HBO and Warner Brothers is doing, because there are directors that are complaining about it, I believe other executives are like it's very controversial move.
Yeah, that's a.
If it works, and like right now, film, I mean, people can't really go to theaters. I mean, like an average theater holds up to like how many people? What?
Couple hundred.
You talking about like one setting.
So we'll out like a franchise theater.
You talking about the whole theater?
Yeah.
Thousands of seats right there.
So, and when's the last time you've been around maybe 100 people outside like a grocery store?
Nowhere near.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
And I mean, the way everything's going, theaters may not open again. Just
Like honestly, personally, I think if one of the theater chains, one of the theater chains, I'm not gonna name which one, like closes, I think Amazon gonna buy that joint.
Yeah, you're not wrong. They're waiting on that.
and there's one that they have I think they've put out in the Variety that they will probably run out of money by the top of next year. But if leads me to this. What do you all think is the future of the movie theater experience? Do you think we'll go kind of backwards to a drive-in movie?
I think it'll be more drive-in movies. You know what I'm saying?
I like the drive-in movie because like with you having your own vehicle, like you kind of control your space again.
Yeah.
Not at
And
all. Nah, it ain't nothing like the in the theater. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you on a date.
Yeah.
Well,
that
see,
could
the
get
theater
weird.
experience though didn't turn into like not as good of an experience because as soon as you walk in, everything's like a money suck, everything, and it's like to the point to where you be like you're annoyed with the prices always going up, like
Yes.
every single time, every other time you're at the
I
theater.
don't have that experience
like-
for myself.
I'm like, yo, if you go to the concessions joint, I mean, yo, you're buying a regular package of M&Ms now. It's not a jumbo package anymore. Or if you get the popcorn or whatever,
right.
they're like, oh, I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
And
I
it still
remember the
costs
last
like
time I
$6.
bought like some M&Ms at that joint. I bought the pretzel M&Ms because I was like, yo, these are really good, and I get the box. I open up the box
Well,
and a bag slides out. And I get a bag that's actually smaller than a bag I'll buy at the store.
Yeah.
A regular size bag slides out now.
What'd you pay
But
for
then I
that?
took out I'm like, man. And my homeboy started laughing at me.
Well, that's why you go to the dollar store and you re-up.
And you
Put it in your purse, your pocket.
Always.
You
walk
sneaking
in.
stuff,
We
man.
ain't supposed to do that though. No
Oh, for
outside food
real?
and drink.
We ain't supposed to do that, but we do that though.
Look,
Everybody does
look. And that's coming from somebody that brought a 50 piece in that joint.
Done.
Look,
I ain't lying. I bought a 50 piece. Yo, I had to make sure the sausage didn't get crushed.
listen,
I
there
brought
was
a 5-piece from Popeyes off of there once.
there's a
I was gonna eat well.
there is a there is a Walgreens right next to this theater that me and my cousins would always go to. So we would get
Way too
dropped off.
convenient. Yeah.
We would get dropped off at the movie theater, and we'd just walk to the Walgreens, put stuff in our jackets, buy stuff and put it in our jackets, purses, whatever, and go right back up there and be in the movie and be enjoy. I'm talking about drinks, candy, whatever.
So, in the 90s, we were dressing incredibly baggy, right? And let me tell you, I didn't buy anything in the movies in the 90s.
Big facts.
Like,
I didn't either.
do you want some popcorn? I'm full. I'm good. I had food and the pants, the shirt. I had on T-shirts that Big Pun could wear. Had a full meal in there.
It's hilarious.
Like,
Man,
I could have fit a table
right
out
now.
there.
I'll tell you right now. The worst is, you offer somebody, they say no, they don't want none. Then you buy your stuff, and then they eating all your stuff.
Facts.
That's the worst. I'm like, I thought you didn't want none. Oh, I just having a couple.
That sounds like
I mean, you
That's
ate
not-
half the bag.
that's not a me problem because I'm fit to eat everything.
Oh man, hey, you going 5 on this? Come on.
Your hand goes out. Hey, you just get that high five. Keep it moving. You said no. I had one friend. He would have his girlfriend. He would text her. You want anything? She writes down no. Are you sure? No. He takes that as a contract. If the teacher had to get something, you said no. This is
Contractually.
legally a document. I could sue you for taking my food.
I could sue you.
No means no. I said, ooh, that's good. I'm gonna have to take that one. But so, like Carson, what do you think is the future of the movie going experience?
And like I don't know, man. It's hard, man, because unless theaters can make themselves like a all around space to get people used to going there, it's been long enough now to where it's not even a routine for the ones where it's almost like a routine. So like, I mean, hell, like I would go to the theaters maybe 3 times a year. And in 2018, though, I can say I went a whole lot more. I went by 8 times. I want to see 8 movies in the theater, and that's beyond like the average. But you know, typical family that goes to the movies maybe once a quarter. So, I mean, I don't see them really going to theaters anymore because they probably gonna be scared because all the, you know, stuff going on out there with the bug. And, you know, like regardless of what you think, you know, people like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay in. So that has an effect on it too. So, man, maybe it's grave. I mean, I love the theater experience whenever it's like a truly legitimate experience. But man, I don't know.
But also at the same time, you know, people are making their own theaters in their homes.
Yeah.
So
That's another reason not to go to a movie theater.
you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah, that's been in the works.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like, and even probably even before now, it seems like Americans are kind of winging away from movie theaters.
Yeah.
And 'cause there's like
Now, one
go ahead.
what I was gonna say is one thing that could probably save it is like maybe like they open up the movie theaters to be four walls for some of the smaller productions and some of these independent filmmakers. I think that would help out a whole lot tremendously because now you have like a local filmmaker promoting the theater and their project and getting people in there. And there's a lot of independent theaters in the United States still.
Yeah.
And the big movie is what will bring people in, but they really don't make any money off of the big movie. The studios and all the in between people make most of the movie.
Right.
You know, they get a small percentage of whatever that is.
But those theaters you meant, those independent theaters you mentioned, I mean, do you think they'll be around? Because like I said, this happened for like what, 8 months now?
Yeah. Pretty
I
much.
mean,
so.
are they still even around at this point?
You know, it depends. Like, because a lot of them don't necessarily have like, say, like a mortgage. They just have like whatever the overhead cost is. So if something's been in like, say, somebody's family for a while, then you know all they have is like a few hard tech costs, like maybe property taxes or something like that. And if they got enough, you know, keep them going on that, then hey, maybe we're talking about it. You know, but you know, if they have like the super hard costs, like some of these bigger chains and all that stuff, I don't see that. They're gonna probably shutter their doors.
And I'm thinking when this may be able to go to a movie theater again, just as a country, till probably late next year.
Well, movie theaters are open now.
I mean, people really they're open, but it's like
People are still going.
how many people are really going? Because are they filled up?
No, they're not filled up, but I'm saying their doors are still open and people are still going. So it's.
I don't think it's a quarter of the people that were going.
Yeah.
Because I mean, so they're still losing money.
Yeah,
they got to
yeah.
keep the lights on.
They're losing money, yeah, but it's the fact of it's not shut down. Like you can still go in there. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to factor in that too. It's not dead yet, is what I'm factoring in. So it's kind of like if things got back to normal, they're not within the next 2 months, then they're gonna survive. Because if things got back to normal in the next 2 months, people are gonna go out and go to the theater. They're gonna fill the theater.
You think
Hollywood's
it'll be
gonna-
that quick just for like the reassurance factor, or just like I don't.
Wait, yeah, but you saw when they opened opened the world back up and
Yeah.
people flooded out then.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They flooded out then, which
Part
they
of-
weren't
part of that-
supposed to.
Part of that because it was summer too.
That's
It was
Yeah.
summer too.
Right.
But
So
also,
like people like out of the house, and it was like almost like getting out of jail basically. That's how a lot of
That's
people
true.
treated it.
Right.
but also, let me ask you this. So I say everything flood up. All the places that you would probably go to, how far in that list is a movie theater going to be?
That's down there.
It's down there for me.
Yeah.
For
too.
me,
Well, okay.
Personally, yeah.
Because I'm thinking the average person is going to go to the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Restaurants, eating.
Is it- all my
Restaurants.
favorite restaurants. If there's a festival,
Yeah,
which
festivals.
we are probably so far from that.
I don't know, man. People take their. I bet they'll roll the dice on something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
You know?
never been to a festival, but once they start opening it up, like the next
People will take the chances. Yeah.
Bonnaroo,
Yeah.
Right.
Bumping.
I'm probably going to try to do that, but
Yeah.
I can't imagine that being able to be a thing till probably 2023.
I'll say sooner than that.
Right.
I might say next year or this coming year,
I hope you're right.
I'm giving it to the end of the year. This coming up
like
year.
2022 type thing.
Yeah.
The end of the year. I
Yeah,
don't know,
end of
man.
the year is what I'm giving it. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, let's just say there are movie buffs out there who
Yeah.
like going to theaters.
Yeah.
That's not me, but
I
if
really-
they open,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If they open the world tomorrow, if they say, "Hey, y'all good? We finna open everything back up at 100% capacity."
Yeah.
Movie theaters will flood.
You think?
I do
So,
think so.
okay. Also,
I was about to-
let me throw this wrench in because when you've done something for a certain amount of time, it kind of becomes a habit.
Yeah.
People are now because of this. They've kind of grown into the habit of watching films through streaming, through their computers, through their phones at home.
Right.
It's like they've gotten out of the habit of going to a movie theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you think like once everything opened up, they just may go, look, man, I'm kind of cool with just watching. I'm paying $15 a month or whatever, 13. I may as well just watch it at home.
Nah, cause
Yeah.
that's just like me saying, yeah, I can cook some food at home, but
yeah.
I can cook food at home, but I'm hell no, I'm finna go to this restaurant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Never underestimate the power of lazy. More convenient.
Yeah, that's so true.
I didn't want to say it like that, but
But-
that's the point I was getting
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Hey, but at the same time, though, you got to think about that lazy or convenient. I can get DoorDash or one of these other Grubhub or something like that,
yeah,
and watch all this stuff on my couch,
Yeah. I
chilling
was,
in my shorts.
I was about to ask this. Do you think that demographic that could potentially save the moviegoer scene, I would think it's got to be older people.
yeah. I mean, I can.
Yeah,
I
I think
older?
it's probably older.
I
Like
can
that's
see
the
where-
only chance you got. Like,
Yeah.
Like these TikTokers and like kids
Right.
on their phones. They're not gonna. I'm saying though, like they're not gonna go sit in a movie theater for 2 hours because they're used to like
Yeah.
right.
flipping a little screen
Yeah.
every 13 seconds. you
I'll
know?
say the millenniums
Yeah.
will go to the movie theaters.
Yep.
I will say that,
But we're millennial.
Yeah. I'm saying.
but we're
I-
different. Okay, I am talking about like
the real,
the regular.
the real millennials.
raw
Real,
Those Gen Zers.
you know what I'm saying? That's who I'm talking about. I'm
That's
talking about
funny.
the ones who like going out. I'm talking about
Yeah.
the ones who like engaging in that conversation. Like they have to have that human communication with people. Like that's
Yeah, but the experience is different though. Like when I'm talking about like some of the cats that are a little bit like in between
right.
the TikTokers or the Zoomers and the millennials or whatever. They're about flexing for the gram, so you can't really do that in a dark theater.
Oh
yeah,
yes,
that's
you can.
true.
Who said
Ooh.
you can't?
Oh, you can find a way. Get that light on
DA
for-
says,
for a second.
"Let me show you."
Right. Let me show you.
We literally used to steal movies from the movie theater. Just record. We steal the whole movie.
Right.
A nice little photo for the gram? Oh, Nothing.
Cause you know what I'm saying. You think about it. You in the movie theater, click up. Oh, I'm in the movie theater.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag
And I got
America's
my $5,
back.
Yeah,
Right.
I got my $5.
Right. Click. I got my
Twizzlers.
$5 Twizzlers.
Yeah, right.
You can't. I
They
can't believe
$5
these
Nah,
$5.
nah,
At
nah.
least.
No, that's a discount.
You got that. That's
That's
a
only
low
probably
one.
like 10.25.
Like,
10.25 for some Twizzlers.
Or
Fuck outta
15.
here.
You know, I get my $20 popcorn.
man.
You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
That is a
You
flex.
gotta,
That is a flex.
You gotta file.
ironically, that's
you
what
gotta
I paid
file
for
financial
gas.
disclosure agreement.
You taking a
You gotta
selfie
get
with
a
your
financial
Twizzlers?
disclosure
That's
agreement to get your Twizzlers.
Done. That's hilarious.
But nah, I kind of
Like they got credit check. They got credit check and you give you things.
yo,
If you get a combo,
yo, it's getting to that point.
Oh my
It's
god.
damn near like a cell phone.
Hey, let me get that.
Going to the movie.
Hey, let me get that jumbo popcorn. Ooh, let me check your credit report.
Yeah, you're Trilinda.
Jumbo?
you're-
You can stick with the regular size.
man,
Yo.
I don't know. Like your FICO is like 5 something.
Yeah.
No,
It's a
you
little
qualify
risky.
for this.
You qualify.
You don't qualify for jumbo, but we can put you in this one right here. We can put you in a
We got you
mini
with that
one.
small, that
Now-
little bag.
Kind of glad you bringing up prices and stuff because yeah, if you go to a date on a movie theater, they could run you like 55. But do you think when they try to open up, they may try to? I'm being real nice. Because last time I took someone to a movie theater, I spent like 75, and I was like, never.
$75.
Yeah, it was a nice one.
You talking about? Wait, hold on. You talking about these luxury theaters? I'm talking about the
We
regular.
need the mom, like just the
No, I
in
was-
and out, like the
I was
go
trying
to
to-
OG
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
I was trying to-
AMC's.
I was
I
trying to
know
show out.
AMC's again. Yeah.
I was trying to show
I
this
ain't
girl
talking
that
about
she got a good
these-
future with
Okay.
me. I was wrong about her. 'Cause man, that was a waste of money. But
Oh man,
Hey,
don't
can't
even
win them
remember
all.
them.
Can't win them all.
man, it was one of those things where like I wish I could get this back on my taxes. I really should be getting a tax credit for this.
Cause I'm like, who is spending $45?
Yeah, I get.
It was boy, I drove home depressed.
Yeah.
I-
All by
'cause
yourself.
I was half.
oh.
I don't remember the movie, but I was halfway during it. Like I never want to see her again.
supersize. That's what happened.
This is a whole lot of money for a mistake.
Hey,
But do you think movie theaters was
He's like,
probably?
I'll take one of those and one of those.
it
And
just
two
kept
of those.
going.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't like that.
Oh,
It was just high. I mean, she did. She picked like one item that was like, ooh.
ouch.
Like I made a face and she didn't read it. She just like, that's gonna be good. But it is. Everything tastes good when you don't pay for it.
Yo,
You right.
But do you think that movie theaters may, let's say, cut prices on certain nights just to
Yeah.
try to get people
They
back?
I
have
in?
believe
to, don't
that.
they?
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
There's no way they can't.
you
There's
gotta
no
go-
way.
Exhibit A. What you just said. We need the bargain bundle.
Right.
Like,
Like, give me a $25 special.
Oh, the jumbo still the jumbo size? I'll holler at y'all. Y'all don't want America to be back, don't you? Okay. I see what y'all trying to do.
They're either going to have to cut the ticket prices or the sale prices
Man,
of
those
of the
concession
food.
stands have been robbery.
Right. They're going to have to cut something.
They can't cut. They can't cut the concession price of food because they don't make any money off the ticket.
That's fair.
The only money they make off is off the candy and concession.
But they're going to have to cut the
reason
ticket
why the price
prices.
keeps on going up.
They're going to have to
Man.
do something.
Or
I mean,
almost-
like Hollywood controls the price of the ticket, basically. The people that own the movies,
Right.
because of licensing fees and everything else, like all that goes to other people outside of the theater.
Yeah,
They
that's
may
true.
get $1 and some change out of that ticket.
now, do you think they'll
Maybe.
have to almost like kind of like how malls almost have to change the experience of going to the mall?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you
Yep.
think in
Yeah,
certain
they
ways?
absolutely do.
Same thing. Yep.
They
Yeah.
absolutely do. They need to have like an Instagram room, like a bunch of
Instagram.
mirrors.
What?
He's not wrong.
It sounds
Instagram.
crazy,
like
and
they,
it
they, I
don't.
mean,
It's
I mean,
true,
they
though.
got to
Same
cater to the
damn
people that
time,
gonna
yeah.
come in there.
Like
They'd be like,
it
I don't know,
sounds
host a
crazy.
birthday party.
What?
Host a birthday party. We got like a special like room where you can see through it, but you can't like make any noise like to the audience. But
Yeah.
you be in there talking.
Yeah. That's a viable option, really. You get the birthday parties and, charge them whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause they have to improve the
Trying to make
experience.
sense.
Right now, the experience ain't really. The home experience is way better. Even like sporting events is like have been talking through this because it's like,
Yeah.
yo, they're seeing the numbers like start to go down. They're like, yo, we gotta have to correct this right now.
Yeah.
So if you don't have like things to make the experience that much better, I mean, like hell, like even at Bridgestone, the Nashville Predators, when everything was like opened up, I was like, that was like one of the cheaper tickets, even though like it's a hard ticket to get. One of the cheaper tickets. Concessions weren't super expensive
Yeah.
because they didn't want to price people out of the market, and the experience was just great.
Yeah. Preds game
And
was like best
and
bang
I'm-
for your buck, damn near in the
Yeah.
country. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
And-
like, they got it right, and
Yeah.
they because they were listening to their fans up front.
Yep.
Problem is with the movie stuff, you have somebody that's like so far away, and so many people involved in the process, to where they didn't listen to the actual like the independent theater owners, so they're getting soaked. And the only thing they could do was raise the price on the candy and concessions and stuff, and then they have to keep on raising the price because less and less people are going to buy that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that really comes down to what this whole thing is about. Like, do you just have to reimagine the whole experience, like, at this point?
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably is not going to
mean,
be the
ground
way
up.
we grew up going to the movies moving forward.
And
Nope.
Yeah.
Like with
Not at all.
I agree.
when you mention like live sports, I think they have the issue. It's not as bad as movie theaters because you're gonna always kind of gravitate to something that's live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
you're still
being
gonna
there is a fun, like,
like you want to be able to
You-
say
you
you
know,
saw LeBron James play.
exactly. Yeah.
What is it? The last three Mayweather fights, if you include the Conor McGregor deal, like debacle,
If you want to,
those were actually in theaters as
So
well.
bad.
There were certain theaters that were showing that, and it was like $15, like a head.
That's
And
a
I was
deal.
like, see, they should have been doing that like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But
Right.
because they could have controlled all kinds of stuff, and they could have actually created more fans because
Yeah.
they would have created experience and stories and all kinds of stuff during that. And you'll have like big fight parties at theaters.
Yeah.
so
All you need is beers on tap, and you're ready to go.
Facts.
so you're
You
thinking
know,
they should play live events at movie theaters.
They've been doing that, haven't they?
I feel like boxing. I think they used to do that
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Mm.
But I mean, like UFC at a movie theater.
I don't know.
And then also like the movie theaters are getting creative, or at least certain people are getting creative with movie theaters. And I want to say like back in the gap, like about 12 years ago, the Jonas Brothers like did a little independent tour, and they were performing in movie theaters.
Wow.
It was like almost like secret shows,
Hmm.
Yeah, I've
and
heard
they
of
were
stuff
going to
like
these small,
that.
these medium-sized theaters and performing like in parts of the country that probably wouldn't necessarily be able to see one of their shows.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was pretty cool.
That's an opportunity.
And I was like, that's really smart.
Yeah.
yeah, nowadays that they could bring
And-
that back.
And the way artists ain't been able to tour,
Yeah.
they'll jump on these opportunities now.
Yeah. Artists are dying to tour at any capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get tired of these viral shows.
Yeah. Hop on the Zoom call. Do a quick little show.
Yo, you got this.
Sucks, man.
I think somebody was doing like supposedly a Zoom concert, like charging for tickets. I'm not paying money to log on to something.
People will pay for that though. Like that's
Yeah.
a thing. Like you wouldn't, I wouldn't.
Right,
But
I
people
wouldn't
will.
either.
Yeah. Like those diehard teeny boppers, they'll pay for whoever the latest and greatest is.
Right. And that's going back to the theater.
Yeah.
You're still gonna have those people who gonna want to go to the theaters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Man,
it's
that is interesting.
right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But would it be enough
So
of them to
the
keep
thing
them?
is, you have to build up those habits, though.
Yeah.
It's like a muscle. You have to build up those habits.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is, if you don't start early, it's like you don't have like the romanticized imagination of the theater. 'Cause I remember like listening to stories of like people from like the 20s, 30s, 40s, and even 50s. Like air conditioning was expensive.
Yeah.
Oof.
So in the summertime, one of the places where you would go is like, you pay like a fee or whatever, and you can watch movies all day in the AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not much of a. What was I thinking? So like maybe even like film festivals could kind of somehow merge with these movie companies. And
Yeah. I can see that.
make like a partnership. 'Cause, I mean, everybody wants to see their film on a
big
theater,
screen.
Big screen.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I don't mind I don't mind having a project on Netflix, but there's nothing like seeing your face on a big screen.
Yeah.
That's never gonna die. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah.
And just don't think I worry about it. Is there going to be enough people
That's the
to
thing.
want to go to see that movie theater to have that experience
Yeah.
to keep it up?
I honestly truly believe it. That's just like everybody, all these club hopping people,
Yeah.
bar hopping people. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be that group,
Yeah, that audience doesn't.
that audience
fully doesn't
that
die, yeah,
wants
no
to
matter
go to the movies. Like there's
I think that segment though is a little bit bigger, like for the bar hoppers than the movie theater, like people.
There's more people
Only
because
because
you got the college kids.
The social element or whatever, with going out and meeting with certain people.
what. Yeah.
There's that factor in that.
There's only so much social things that can happen
Right.
when you're supposed to be quiet
Yeah.
watching a movie.
Right.
Like one of my college roommates was like, he was stark against going to the movies. Like it was like, I mean, it would be like big. I don't even remember what it would be, but like big movies came out. He's like, no chance. Like I'm not gonna go pay money to sit somewhere for 2.5 hours and not be able to talk or like have fun. And I'm like committed
Right.
to that. So
Oh, you gotta go to a hood movie theater.
I guess
Ain't a problem. You talk to anybody.
yeah.
but
Yeah.
there is always there's a group.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
I agree.
I will put my foot down on that. There is a group that is going to always love it.
Yeah, that's true.
Always.
Yeah,
You know
he
what
was
I'm
kind
saying?
of an exception.
At the prices we're talking now, though, that we have been accustomed to now, or that were in place now, is that group going to be large enough to be able to sustain the theaters? I don't know if it is,
Yeah.
I believe it is.
unless they
I do.
reimagine. They have to reimagine the whole thing now.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think they have to change like the whole pricing structure,
yeah,
the
I
movie
understand
companies,
that.
theaters, all that stuff.
I understand that, but I'm
gonna
saying
have to
there's
lower that
always
price.
still going to be a group. There's
Yeah.
always still going to be a group.
That's why like Movie Pass was such a disruptor, you know?
Yeah.
Like that type of like a subscription model.
Can you still? I mean, could they do that after
After
this
I mean,
and still
they're
be
gonna have-
financially?
not Movie Pass. Movie Pass ran out.
I
What's
mean, but
funny
something
is like
similar to that.
Yeah,
they,
that model.
Yeah.
I guess they like AMC did basically the same thing
Yeah.
after they took all the data
Yeah.
or basically studied like the whole model,
hmm
and they just made their own thing. They were like, well, we can just do this in house.
Yeah. Exactly. It's gonna have to be something like that, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I believe that they have to change something
Yeah.
within the theater. They have to change something. They have to do something. But as far as the theaters just dying out,
No,
I
I'm with you
don't
on
believe
that.
that.
I'm with you on that.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, there will always be an audience to go sit and watch like a
Right.
big release blockbuster film
Right.
forever.
So, do you like the franchise movie theaters, the AMC's, the I can't think of
I
these
don't
names.
know.
These bigger.
Hollywood.
Yeah. those movie theaters.
Will Hollywood be able to afford those movies though? Is another question, because there's certain big blockbuster movies that didn't really do as well. Hell, I think Wonder Woman 1984 is going to do well, and I think it's going to be a great movie. But because it's not going to be released in theaters traditionally, it may not gross as much as it normally would with a theater release.
Right.
And
So I'm like, will they be able to like afford those big releases? And if that's the case, then now you're not making 10 blockbusters anymore that basically like fund everything. Because I mean that's how it was. It was like a top down thing. They were already talking about doing less movies anyway.
Yeah.
But like, say if they only had 5 blockbusters, are you gonna take the chance, or are you gonna just make cheaper movies? And
Yeah.
it's gonna like kind of snowball down the way too.
so are you thinking it's
Especially
going
you talking
to?
about like, okay, we know we're gonna have to do it for HBO Max, so the money people are gonna be like, yo, we're gonna hedge our bets. Instead of us making like $10 million movie, we're gonna make a $7 million movie. Because if this doesn't do anything in theater, we want to be able to recoup our costs all at HBO.
So you think it's
or
going to
all
create a
at
lane
Netflix.
for indie films?
I think it already has. I think the indie filmmaker has a leg up in this as long as they know how to market themselves, because they're a lot cheaper to make, and they can get to consumer a whole lot faster. There's a lot less barriers to entry.
You don't have to go to the theater for that. All right, what about this, man?
You don't-
Sorry, I
No, go ahead.
didn't mean to cut you off, Carson.
No,
but,
I would say you don't have to four wall it, which is pretty expensive.
right. But what about the number? Sorry, I remember Trolls World Tour 2 or whatever. Like,
Right.
They did like the most absurd numbers of all time, and all the theaters were shut down. And they did the straight to the household route. So, I mean, what's the logic behind that? I'm guessing.
For kids,
Well, yeah, kids are
kids
different,
movies
and
or-
everybody's
or-
at home. That's true.
like
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
yeah, everybody's at home. And like the wholesome, like everybody can watch movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a lot of people, they sleep on those, man. But I'm like, yo, those movies make a lot of money.
They
Like
always
Pixar,
win.
most of
Any
those,
kid
like,
movie
always do
usually
well.
wins.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that was like at the
Yeah, I mean-
height of the pandemic. Nobody was anywhere, and that movie did like astronomical numbers.
And that was why I did, because nobody
Yeah,
could go
that's
anywhere.
true.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
Sitting home with your
Nobody can go
kids.
anywhere. Everybody
there you go.
can watch that. You
And
can
you
watch that with
realize-
grandma. You can watch with the 3-year-old.
Okay,
And sometimes you just
It
probably
was
want
just-
them to
it
shut
was just
up.
timing.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trolls.
I mean, hell, the
$20.
the
Sign
second
me
Cruise
up.
movie is coming out. The second Cruise movie is coming out on all streaming platforms this Friday.
Oh, they're
Second
doing it
one.
like that.
Maybe it has the same kind of effect.
Yeah,
I think they're doing a theater and like a simultaneous release,
yeah.
Right.
like the whole HBO Max thing.
Right.
But they're gonna go like to all streaming platforms, so you'll be able to buy it everywhere, and
The day
then
of,
it may be in theaters too.
Right.
But you also have the people who have these streaming services, and like me, you get a movie on there. I'm not gonna pay extra money. I gotta pay for the streaming service and pay the extra money to go to see this movie. I'm the type of person that
You
I'm
just
not.
go to the theater.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
if I really want to see that
Yeah.
movie,
Right.
you know what I'm
Until-
saying?
and then you'll just wait. And-
Or just wait till
Yeah,
it goes on
same.
DVD.
I'm
But
the same way.
there's a lot of people out there who prefer not to pay the extra money. I'll just spend the money to go to the theater.
I guess that's another thing. Just like the amount of content that's available now, period.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's not like that sense of urgency to be like, oh my gosh, I'm there opening night to see
Yeah.
it. You know, like
Yeah.
what factor does that play? I guess. I
I
mean,
can only speak for myself, and
Yeah.
I'm never that type
yeah,
of
I
person.
wasn't either. Yeah, but like that was what it was built on. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of the like going to the theater and like I remember like Harry Potter, people would be like lined up for
Sleeping bags
Yeah, dude.
and
to
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to see it the
Like-
moment they could that night, and I don't know if that still
Star
exists.
Wars,
Yeah, Star Wars.
Star
same way,
Wars.
yeah.
not
The
Not Disney
vampire,
Star
the
Wars, not
vampire,
Disney Star Wars.
Twilight.
Like
Twilight.
regular Star
yeah.
Wars. Regular Star Wars episodes. What was it? Episodes 4, 5, and 6 now.
Yeah.
It used to be 1, 2, and 3, but it's 4, 5, and 6.
I mean, I think only.
Do you think that's there though? Do you think?
Only Star Wars and comic book movies could do that.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man, they'll probably line up for that.
Still do that, like go into a physical theater,
Yeah.
no matter what. Yeah.
And that's why they put all the money in the comic book movies.
Yeah.
That's-
Man, that's wild, dude.
Yeah.
They're doing
It's
that.
all
They're
the
doing
stories
that.
ever,
But
yeah.
but if they water down the stories, like they have been traditionally, they'll wean those audiences off of that as well, because it won't be as rare,
Right.
and then people will be like, well, I already seen this.
Right.
You remember the difference between the Amazing Spider-Man and then the Astonishing Spider-Man? Very few people like actually knew, but like the Garfield Spider-Man versus the Spider-Man that came out after that, people were like, oh, these are the same movies, and I'm like, they build that really, really badly, and they kind of made them close, but they're supposed to be based on different Spider-Mans. And if you read the comic books, you would know, oh, this one's supposed to be more like this, and this one's supposed to be like this. And a lot of people like the Garfield Spider-Man, like over the other one. Some people like the MCU Spider-Man. It's weird. They keep on getting these British actors to play Spider-Man. And then some people are like Tobey Maguire only. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
I'm way past the Tobey Maguire point. I mean, I don't even
You know
mind
what?
I don't even mind the new one.
You know what? Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was the best comic book movie at the time to get made. The best. I mean, that was the bar.
last one kind of killed it for me.
No, I'm talking about the first one. I'm talking about the first one. Because until then, all the comic book movies sucked.
I mean, Blade was out before Spider-Man, wasn't it?
No, that was not before Spider-Man.
It wasn't. Oh, I thought it was.
I don't think it was.
'Cause I know Spider-Man was
I
the one that blew it up.
I think Spider-Man came out maybe the same year. Like Blade came out right after that.
Okay.
Hmm.
But I know the Spider-Man one, it just blew it up. It was like it was a game changer, as they say. But something else I wanted to ask before we get off of here. Usually when you see like the Oscars, there's always like this kind of push for this film, because I think the qualifications is a film has to be played in a movie theater in New York and Los Angeles for like a month.
Yeah.
For it to qualify. And you usually see a bit of a push for a certain film that would be considered an Oscar nominating film. Like at this point, can you think of a film that's probably going to be nominated for an Oscar?
No.
Because I've heard more about films being pushed back than coming out.
Well, I also haven't been paying attention a lot either, because like especially because the big movies that normally would get nominated for that keep on getting pushed back, because I guess they're trying to wait it out, because they really want a movie theater release, because they've made the movies already. So if they don't do traditionally, they're not going to make any money, or at least not the kind of money they need to break even within the first week, or reach a certain number of profits they're comfortable with.
I mean, like, what would those numbers be now?
Probably be the streaming.
Who knows? Because you got to think too. They don't have access to like these other markets they were talking about too. The European market or the Chinese market, because a lot of Hollywood films are making movies for China now.
Because like
after all this stuff is done, are they even going to have appetite for American movies? So they may be closed off to like movies over there from here for like 10 years, or even if it's 1 year. That's a huge drain. And everybody was putting their eggs in one basket, so to speak.
Because the movie, what's the Coming to America? Like they sold to Amazon for like what 136 million. I believe.
Crazy, yeah.
I mean, what movie could have made that type of money this year in theaters?
No movie in theaters this year. That's only because of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the for as financial, so even like studios, which I mean that's why they're basically doing it to streaming, and like I almost feel like it's going to the studios for it to make its money is going to kind of be at the detriment of the movie theater. They're gonna make sure they get their money.
Right.
I think with all the choices too, it kind of dilutes the whole marketplace because the consumer or whatever is looking at all the different streaming platforms, and everybody thinks, oh, well, I'll just make a streaming platform, and it's a whole lot more than that. Okay, so like HBO Max, I can see that surviving like easy.
Right.
Hulu, obviously because of TV shows. Netflix, it's been number one. It survived like through all this other stuff, and they tend to do the right thing. But one wrong pivot or whatever, and they'll lose out to one of these other ones.
Yeah.
Apple, and then probably like maybe one more. So you have 5 major stream platforms. Everybody else be subservient to that.
5.
And also, you got to think about the same time. Everybody pick and chooses which streaming service they want.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how many streaming service do an average household has?
They probably have.
I'd say
2.
on average 5.
Right, 2.
Yeah, 4 to 5.
Yeah,
4 to 5.
Yeah.
No, I was okay. So like 5, that's a lot. I would say 2, maybe 3.
Outside of cable, or not including cable.
So okay. So if they had 5, they would have
Hulu.
Netflix, Disney Plus,
Netflix. That's
Amazon.
what 13.
So you got Amazon, Hulu, Disney Plus. That's already 3. Netflix. That's 4.
That's already what?
You got okay. Hulu,
and then
right? You got
yeah.
Disney, right? You got what I say? Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah.
That's 4.
That's 4. Yeah.
Then you throw in an HBO Max or Showtime or something like that.
Or Roku.
HBO Max is 5. I wouldn't consider Roku because they got so many of the channels.
Yeah.
And their stuff is
YouTube
like
TV,
a fire
man.
player, and then
I'd say 3 to 5 easy.
After that 5th one, I was like, I don't see any other one being dominant, even though I know about like, Flixster or
right,
Flix Prime, and
Peacock's coming out. Peacock a thing. That's free.
Think that's that's free.
Yeah,
so
Peacock,
I think people will be in and off.
There's so many.
Yeah, you're right.
But
though.
I'm like,
it's
all
not going to
5?
be more than 5. I'd say 5.
Yeah,
5.
All 5 though.
Yeah, 5.
On
all
average,
5
I would
at the
say
same time.
3, but like more times than not.
Yeah,
we're saying we're saying
2 to 3. Yeah, I'll take that.
For people to pay for and have, not to watch at the same time though.
No, I mean,
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying 2 to 3
per household.
2 to 3 because like you got to think that's so much content.
And
so
then
like,
you got to think of the price. Like what?
Me for example, I have Amazon Prime, but the only reason why I really have Prime is for the free shipping.
Right.
Because I order so much stuff through Amazon.
And that's I don't usually count it because that's yearly.
Got Netflix. And
that's
then
what,
I
13?
had Hulu a long time ago, but then they canceled Cops, so I got rid of them.
That was your reasoning?
Yeah, I used to watch. I used to be in the middle of the day or whatever watching Cops or whatever, like old episodes of Cops. And they took down their whole library, man.
And I know you touched on
and I was like, man, that was the whole reason why I watched it.
That was not what I thought would be the
that's funny, man.
reasoning. But,
all right, so let's say this:
man,
like,
I was watching episodes from the '90s, man. Like, Bad Boys, what's the go?
Yeah,
what's the go? What's the go, dude?
Man, we gotta delete that.
That'll never exist in public.
Oh no, I butchered it enough, man. No, you don't have to worry about no copyright.
Will Smith and Martin already told y'all not to play with that song.
Gotta take that one serious. Man.
But go ahead, you were saying?
I was just saying, like, you can't, I wouldn't say like a household. Like, I know most of us here live on our own, maybe, but like, as a rule, like, as a household, I would say at least 3, closer to 5.
So 3. So I'm kind of pricing these up right now. So Netflix,
because you gotta have the kitty
Hulu,
one.
and HBO Max. That's going, and this is before taxes. That's about $34.
Yeah,
Right, and cable is
at least $80.
at least $80.
So if someone has
but
cable with
we're
that,
talking about a household that still has cable, right? Or we talking about cable cutters? Because that's 2 different things.
if you still got cable, that's $113.
Well, I say
that's not.
That's why I say 5, because a lot of people don't have cable anymore because we have all these streaming services.
Yeah, but I'm like, I wouldn't see nobody buying 5 though. I mean, I know some people do, but I'm saying average. I say average like 2 to 3.
Yeah, I'll give you that. If you have kids,
out of the
3
5.
to 4.
So they make a decision between the 2 to 3. Because I mean, even just Netflix alone, that's a lot of content.
That's all you really need.
I mean,
if you're not like an avid, got to see it live for like sports purposes and whatnot.
But I do know a lot of people who have 4 or 5.
Yeah,
it's not just 1 or 2.
They got money.
It's a lot. Now they don't even have money. It's the fact that they don't have cable.
Yeah,
they don't have cable. So if you get all these streaming services, I mean, some of these streaming services are less than $10.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? A month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that adds up though. I mean, like,
I know.
You talking about a month?
But I know. I'm saying
I mean, like two streaming services will take a gas.
But I'm saying,
Man.
if you don't have cable, average cable is like $80-something a month. That's just for the regular, like whatever.
Like
if you have the basic cable, that's $80 a month. So if you add up, I'll say 4.
And Disney Plus is going up to $8.
And that's under $10. So if you know
that's
what I'm
why
saying?
they're killing it, dude. Disney Plus.
Well, I mean, you're still if you have 2 streaming services and you pay for your internet, you're still about the same price as just getting the basic cable. So you're still about the same price.
Right.
And I'm like, and then that's just 2 streaming services. Add another one, now you're about even. If you add one more or whatever, you're over what you would pay with cable. I was like, there's no point in cutting cable if you're just gonna do it like that.
I can't, because I don't have cable. Well, I have it. But I don't really look at it. And then I can't count. Well, I can't count ESPN because that's with the Disney. I think people get that with the Disney Plus and Hulu. So you can almost bundle 3.
Yeah.
So there's a way you could get 5. And Prime Video. Prime Video comes with your Amazon Prime.
I could see, like, Amazon Prime not being like looked at or whatever because, like, me with the free shipping, and then Disney Plus, the ones that did the pre-subscribe. Now after next year, that'd be a little bit different because that deal's gonna go away. Where if you paid so much up front, because it was like 2 years. Like you paid the full 2 years where you got that discount. So after next year or whatever, we'll see what the real number turns out to be. Because they're not gonna have that deal anymore.
Yeah, I mean I'm pretty sure people have all the major ones, but like Fubo TV, Sling TV,
Fubo TV,
Fobu. I'm probably saying it wrong. PHILO. I'm pretty sure people ain't getting all that. I mean, y'all think we got like CBS All Access? You think we got too many streaming sites?
Of course we do.
But, all right, we're about to hit our hour, so I'm gonna end it with: you think of a movie you want to see in theaters once you can actually go back to the theaters and not have to worry about getting sick.
I can say no.
That's a hard one. I mean, I'll see if it's a good comic book movie, I'll go see that. But there's not one that I can think of in my head.
There's not a movie for me. but I want to go. I just want to go back to a hood movie. I want that experience one more time. I haven't had that hood movie experience in a while. So I don't care if the movie's good or not. I just want to hear that hood experience and hear somebody just go, "Oh, come on, man! Don't open the door, man. She's stupid." But so Trent, lastly, we're gonna ask: is there a movie you can think of that you wanna see it in theaters that's coming?
All the pressure. No. Yeah, just straight up no. I hope it. Wishing everybody the best. But yeah, I'm good. Hey, is Space Jam 2 coming out? I want to see Space Jam.
Yeah, that's coming out, and I'm not really keen on that one.
I'll go see Space Jam.
It's come out in July of 2021.
I want to see Bron do his thing.
I'm with that. Hey, look, I'll go to the theater to see Bugs Bunny. Okay.
Facts, man. Dude, that's gonna be
even
so
for
good,
that one.
bro.
Yeah.
If it's in a hood movie, I'll watch it.
Oh my God.
I'm keen on having this hood. I haven't had it in a long time.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm keen on going into now. What hood? That's a different story. I may have to do that in Memphis. I'm a little more comfortable going to those Memphis hood movie theaters, but
Kevin going to her movie to watch Good Burger.
Yo, ain't they making a new one?
Dude, I'd go see that too.
I would go to a hood movie. Yeah,
I'll go see Good Burger.
I can't even say you're wrong
my
on
life, dude. That was so
I can't
good.
even say you're wrong on that. I would go to a hood movie theater just to see Good Burger.
Good Burger 2. What's Mondo Burger up to?
I'm
man?
not going to AMC to watch Good Burger. No,
That's facts.
I want the nah. That's ruining the experience. No, I need to go to the hood for that one.
Hey, man, it's been an honor being on.
Thank you for being on
here.
Thank you. This was fun. Love
Yeah,
always
appreciate
being low key involved, but this was a pleasure, man. Always loved this so much. Appreciate y'all.
And you're welcome anytime.
Y'all.
This is We Will Fix It in Post, and that is a wrap.